Jude, you're Albus gosh darn Dumbledore. How the heck did that happen?
Let me remember.
There's nothing you can do to stop me.
I saw the first Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them and loved it.
Things are not quite what they appear.
My own imagination started whirring.
Tell me, what is it?
That maybe somewhere in that world there was a Dumbledore who was nearing 50 and, is he going to get to play a part in these stories?
Correct. 3 points to Hufflepuff.
I reached out, and then there really was a process where they wanted to see what I maybe would bring, and indeed I was curious to know whether it was a pair of shoes I wanted to step into. It's quite a big deal.
What you're doing is madness. With or without you, I'll burn down their world.
I sort of went in and came up with all these ideas of what he could look like, and then we ran some scenes, and Eddie very generously came and played opposite me.
Dangerous times favor dangerous men.
If by tea time all of us are still alive, you should consider our efforts a success. I got a phone call about a month later, which was very exciting.
Who did you tell first, and who amongst your friends and family were most excited to hear that you were Dumbledore?
My wife found out first because I was with her when the phone went quite late one evening, actually, if I remember rightly. It wasn't a sort of midday phone call. I think it was in the evening. And I then called my children, and of course they were more excited than anyone.
Better be Gryffindor!
Even my eldest three, who were all young adults, they grew up with me, reading the books to them at bedtime and watching the films together. I think they all still find it amazing and also hilarious that their dad is now Dumbledore. Dumbledad.
Dumbledad! I was going to say you've had all the Graham Nortons and Stephen Colbert's do the whole, Yumbledore, Dumbledam.
A big reaction from fans, sort of a confused reaction from fans. You heard some of the tweets. Dumbledore, more like Dumbledam.
Can we just officially say the best way of describing your version of Dumbledore is DumbleLAW?
DumbleLAW is good.
It's right there.
I like it.
Everyone's happy.
I like it.
Can I get your take on what we should be calling him? Because there's obviously Yumbledore, Dumbledaddy,
Dumbledaddy.
Dumbledam.
Dumbledam.
So you're saying Dumbledaddy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Dumbledaddy.
Speaking of the man himself, Eddie Redmayne, is it ever hard not to crack a smile or corpse or break a bit when you're in front of him? There's a bit in the trailer alone where he's walking like a crab.
Yes.
And I'm just thinking, there's no training at RADA that can prepare you for walking like an Egyptian crab.
Swivel, but delicately.
Were there ever moments with Eddie where you just found yourself laughing and going, well, I can't do this?
There are endless moments with Eddie, with the majority of the cast, actually.
What is this place?
The room we require.
I think I know the real reason why you wanted this gig, though, because he looks so good in a hat. You love a good hat.
Yes.
There's this Sam Spade, Casablanca type.
Yes.
He's looking at you, kid.
You've got this film noir thing going on. Eddie has said to me, these movies should be called Fantastic Coats and Where to Buy Them.
Yes, that's true.
There's definitely going to have to be a moment when Dumbledore goes off and finds his inner robe and his pointy shoes.
This is my question. What happened in those 11 years? He gets quite a lot older.
Quite a lot, much longer beard.
And then goes really old school, sparkly, twinkly.
Twinkles. They're going to have to dig into that, I think.
Maybe a short film.
A short movie, exactly.
I like the
What
idea.
are those pre-films like Pixar do?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And I think it's Newt and Dumbledore go shopping.
Go shopping.
His eye catches this sparkly purple dressing gown.
Yeah, and all his chicness disappears. All his kind of film noir, like sort of Cold War spy moviness
Gone.
goes, and in comes Halloween.
I do have a theory about the caftan,
Okay.
which I'm hoping we will one day get to see. Do you remember at school, teachers would suddenly not be there for a term and they'd say, oh, they're on sabbatical or they've gone.
Right.
I've got this feeling that Dumbledore goes to India to study some sort of mysticism with a wizard in India, and he just suddenly thinks, trousers?
Forget them.
Suits? Who needs these?
I want to be
I'm
free.
going free. And comes back, and he's the teacher that comes back and everyone goes, he's wearing a caftan. No one say anything.
What have you brought home? Surely you have a wand, but you must have a coat or a jacket or a pair of boots.
As of today, I have only the wand. But the brilliant Colleen Atwood, who is the costume designer, gave me the number of an Italian hat maker who makes Dumbledore's hats. So I now have my hats made by the same person who makes Dumbledore's hats, which is a pretty good sort of crossover, isn't it?
That's a good hookup.
But I want those coats. You're always told we may have reshoots, we need them for references. There's probably one here somewhere, and I want it.
This movie is called Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. I know you've had a long chat with JK about what's going on with your character and all the history. So if you wouldn't mind listing them in order of spoilerishness, all of the secrets.
The secrets are the secrets within the film. And
Scene.
I'm afraid that's all I can say.
And it's all about your character's relationship with Grindelwald.
Grindelwald. Yeah.
My German is rusty. It is German, right? Anyway, it's all about that, you know, the pairing. It's really good to see your name above the door. Like, I love that this is the Dumbledore movie. Are we going to get more than 5 minutes of you on screen?
There's a lot more of Dumbledore in this. It's still an ensemble piece. It still looks at how Dumbledore is best at also encouraging, supporting, and rousing other people around him to do what is the right thing to do. He never does it on his own. We've been talking a lot about this being the rise of Dumbledore's first army.
Dumbledore asked that I convey a message.
True to form, that is the case in this. But yes, he's in it a lot more. We get to know a lot more about his past.
We're here to see Albus Dumbledore.
That would be my brother.
We get to see him face his greatest and closest foe.
The time is closed, my brothers and sisters.
Our war with the Muggles begins today!
I want to point out how good you look on the poster.
Thanks.
But isn't it annoying how every scene is stolen
I know who you're going to show me.
by this gorgeous duck-pilled platypus,
Yes.
magpie mole?
Yeah.
Surely you're a bit like, do we need to be here? We've got a bowtruckle and a niffler.
We're well aware that the spin-off series are in script development and that we will simply be supporting Pickett and the Nifflers in the future.
Niffler, the origin story. I'm into it. You've got to get used to actually being happy walking around with a wand.
Yeah.
You also do a little bit of sleight of hand, we saw in the second movie.
Yeah.
You do it in gloves as well, which really impressed me.
Yes.
Did you go full Paul Rudd and Ant-Man magic school?
Close-up magic.
I've got to learn all the coins and...
Oh, I wish I had.
I learned that.
I had this idea that you never see where Dumbledore's wand is kept, so we were constantly finding the edge of frame, and that if it cut someone else, I was able just to reach over here so that when you come back, the wand's just there. But it also meant that it had to disappear, so there's an occasion when I'm like getting rid of the wand so that I can then have my hands free, yeah.
Yeah, I could do that magic trick, just dropping things.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, look, it's gone. You can do any magic trick you like, though, but you've always got one that will defeat everyone else's, which is, at will, armed with only a napkin, a pair of glasses and a spoon, you can become Mr. Napkin Head.
Well, there are lots of copies out there, you know.
My name is Mr. Napkin Head.
But I like to think I was the original.
I do too. And if there's any way in the final outing...
The return of Mr. Napkin Head. Now, that really could be a spin-off series, couldn't it?
I'm into it.
And I wouldn't even have to be there.
Your body double.
I just take my voice. I can just do the voice and just get someone else to do it.
On behalf of all lazy people, thank you for giving us that fancy dress costume. Drop of a hat.
Yes.
I'm there.
I've never thought of that. Yeah.
Genuinely, it saved my bacon twice.
Good.
Yeah, can't do the voice there. I wouldn't dare. In these movies, though, you have, can I say, grey screen.
Yes.
What's your best story of going, none of this is real, I'm in a big box?
Well, you mean I don't know what's being painted around me, and it could be anything.
More or less.
I did a film many years ago called Sky Captain, The World of Tomorrow, which was one of the first shot entirely on blue screen. And what that meant was that there was a chase scene in it with Gwyneth and me. It was literally 2 chairs in a blue room. So you had to sort of do all the, like you were in this playground sitting in. And I think that they gave me a steering wheel to hold and everything else was painted around me. So you were literally doing that kind of acting.
It's getting away.
I felt like I was this kid at home pretending to be, you know, a superhero.
Fast forward 10 or 12 years, and yeah, wands. I mean, these aren't embarrassing. No
Yeah,
problem.
no, exactly.
No problem at all. Jude, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon to keep up to date. You can listen to my Radio 1 movies and TV podcast, Screen Time, on BBC Sounds. And you can find these interviews in full on BBC iPlayer by searching Movies with Ali Plumb.